While drawing pictures of convicted extraterrestrial humans in my cell notepad, I have received a commissary order form from a janitorial inmate. I only had $20 on my books to buy knickknacks, like the most expensive product on the market, Magic Shave for only $5. I also bought a few more things from the Sonoma County Jail, to examine the quality of the item. These products inmates buy from the commissaries are purchased from the dollar store and remain on a pricey sale, to rip off the inmates. A handful of inmates in the Sonoma County Jail has reported that jail medical staff has mostly failed to examine and treat their illnesses. Sometimes, when inmates request a doctor, the deputies refer the inmates to a social worker. There were reported incidences of inmates who were reported experiencing medical symptoms and they have requested a doctor. Instead, some deputies were caught sending out a social worker, who knows nothing about medical conditions, to get the inmates to shut up. From my experience, I have seen several drug-addicted inmates and a few inmates who suffer medical conditions that have physically deteriorated in solitary confinement over time. Most of them were not treated thoroughly, to the extent of death, in the county jail. There have been approximately about 26 inmates in custody deaths, at the Sonoma County Jail, including those in the 1990s, due to maltreatment. The media has not identified the person, but the sound was identified, as shown here. When an inmate needs medical assistance, they either fill out a medical request form or ring the cell buzzer for help. If so, it may take many weeks to get the medical help they need. A few deputies who remain on duty would ignore those emergency alarms, especially in the most vulnerable jail unit, mental health, MH. Some deputies have a history of using their work hours, by navigating inappropriate facility surveillance of unclothed inmates on the unit computers, rather than assisting the inmate emergency requests. There was a historic story of a peregrination from the main jail, to the NCDF, the Honor Farm, in Sonoma County. To a certain point, several female inmates became pregnant, by other male inmates, who didn't care that the deputies were filming each other sharing a sensual ride, as they prone on their backs. This includes that our digital productions, will be their spiteful punishments. Oh good lord, I'm sorry. Anyway, back to the Sonoma County Jail, where one inmate reported that she almost died, from maltreatment in the jail, while having pregnancy complications and medical symptoms, causing female deputies kicking her as they yelled, "Drama queen" and the B word. Exactly. I know which female deputy. Gotta enjoy years of employment, with a few comments, "Did you wash your Lesh-Rouse locks?" As years go on, the NCDF, the Honor Farm, literally made the decision to kick out the female inmates and keep the male inmates incarcerated at the NCDF, the Honor Farm. Sadly, the female inmates are kept incarcerated, at the main jail and complain to the media that they are discriminated, based on their gender. On the other hand, this was reported as an excuse, to feel like they can walk around the grounds, like they're at Six Flags theme park.
Yeehaw!